The top-rated recruit in the Houston area resides at Fort Bend Travis. R.J. Henderson is one of the most dynamic playmakers in the entire country. Last year, he caught 81 passes for 1,168 yards and 14 touchdowns. This season, the Oklahoma commit will look to do even more damage as a senior. The top quarterback-wide receiver duo plays pitch and catch at St. Pius X. On the receiving end of this dynamic duo is Jalen Curry, who hauled in 122 passes for 1,576 yards and 18 touchdowns last season as a junior. Last month, he was invited to the opening in Dallas, where he shared his thoughts on teaming up with quarterback Grant Gunnell for another season.
Grant, like my brother, we be with each other a lot. We work on our game a lot. I was on and off the field. We like brothers. We're real close, and this year is going to be a very special year.
Gunnell is the top-ranked pro-style quarterback in the greater Houston area. The lanky senior threw for an eye-popping 4,936 yards and 61 touchdowns in 2017, and he completed more than 70% of his passes. Gunnell and his teammates will be looking to avenge last season's disappointing loss in the state championship game to Plano Prestonwood. After graduation, Gunnell will continue his career at the University of Arizona. Expectations are sky high over at Klein Collins, thanks in large part to the return of Isaiah Spiller. Spiller combines good size with great speed in earning offers from powerhouse programs that include Alabama, Michigan, Oklahoma, and Penn State, among others. And before he moves on to Texas A&M, where he's just committed to this summer, he's hoping to help the Tigers bounce back from an early round playoff exit last season. At Katy High School, DeAndre Glass returns for his third full season as the starter at tailback. Last year, Glass rushed for 1,100 yards and 21 touchdowns, numbers all the more impressive when you consider he was slowed by injury. His performance over the last couple of years has been enough to catch the attention of all of the big boys at the next level. Georgia, LSU, and Oklahoma State are just a few of the schools he's considering, and he'll be a nice addition for whichever team lands his commitment. Another outstanding talent to keep an eye on is Langham Creek quarterback Chris Herron. Now in his third year as a starter, he'll be hard-pressed to top last year's numbers when he threw for 3,222 yards and 38 touchdowns. The Kansas State commit is the top dual-threat quarterback in the area, and he's gearing up to lead his Lobos on one last run through the state playoffs this fall. The top offensive lineman in the area is Atascocita's Kenyon Green. At 6'5", 318, Green more than looks the part after dominating in the trenches last season. From his left tackle position, he's equally adept at run blocking and pass protection. Earlier this summer, Green committed to Texas A&M and can't wait to be an Aggie.
You got Jimbo Fisher, Coach Turner, one of the best offensive lineman coaches in the nation, and the community is all behind you. They all love the school, so it's a blessing, you know, that I made that decision, and I'm 100% to them, so I'm done with it.
There's no shortage of talent on the defensive side of the ball either. Most of the national rankings list Fort Bend Bush cornerback Eric Young as the top talent in the greater Houston area. His play last year earned him an invitation to the opening last month in Dallas, where he got a chance to test his skills against some of the top receivers in the nation.
I feel like I did great. I feel like I was the best DB here. At first, in the prelims, we went 0-5, and then when the county we went 2-0 yesterday, and today we went 0-2. So we lost before the championship. So I feel like I did good, though, me and my team.
Manville's Corey Roberson is another top prospect in the defensive line. At 6'4", 275, Roberson is an immovable force at his defensive end position. Last year, he helped Manville advance to the state championship game, leading a defense that's loaded with talent. He's already committed to play at Oklahoma and figures to only get better in this his senior season. The top linebacker is Cinco Ranch senior David Gabenda. The senior standout recorded 66 tackles and 2 sacks for a defense that allowed less than 14 points per game last season. With just 2 starters returning on the defensive side of the ball, he'll be looked upon for leadership and continued good play. He's considering offers from 24 different schools, with Texas and TCU being the favorites to win his commitment.